A wonderful day begins with a wonderful thought. So, if you think positive, then positive things will be happen. So stay positive all around the day. Students of class 6, you all are welcome in your English class. As you can see the picture here, a man a man is standing having bandage on his body. And this is your chapter, The Mysterious Visitor. The Mysterious Visitor. You are having two chapters of the same name, part 1 and part 2. Today we are going to start part 1 of The Mysterious Visitor. Here you can see that the man is talking to a lady. Not visible. His face, his hands. He's wearing gloves in his hands and having bandage on his face. So, when we are going to start, first of all, we will talk about the person or the writer of the chapter. Here is the picture of H.G. Wells. H.G. Wells, his full name is Howard George Wells. He was born in the London suburb of Bromley. He is best remembered for his science fiction novel. Many of his stories have been made into films. H. G. Wells' best known works are The Time Machine, one of the first modern science fiction stories, The Invisible Man, and The War of the Worlds. Wells wrote over 100 books. So here is a picture of the writer of The Mysterious Visitor. And let me tell you one thing, The Mysterious Visitor is an extract from his book, that is The Invisible Man. What is it about? We are going to read the chapter. Here are the slides of your both chapter. Firstly, we will begin the part 1 of The Mysterious Visitor. Here we will start. What does the word mysterious mean? Mysterious, which is difficult to understand, even difficult to identify, difficult to explain. You are not able to explain what the thing is. That is mysterious. So here we are going to begin. This is an extract from H.G. Wells. The full name is Howard George Wells, and his novel The Invisible Man. This extract has been taken from the novel The Invisible Man, written by H.G. Wells. Okay, it is the story of a scientist who discovers the secret of invisibility and uses it on himself. However, he is unable to reverse the process. To look like a normal person, he moves around with a bandaged face and wears a heavy coat and gloves. His secret is discovered after an argument with his landlady, leading to a lot of excitement in the town where he is staying. So what? That a person who is wearing bandage all around his body was living in a town. Actually, he was doing some science practical, some invention, and he discovered something. And what he discovered is the secret of invisibility. He know how to be remain invisible. And what he used it on himself. Means he used that on himself, but he was not aware. He don't know how to reverse the process. Reverse the process means how to be visible to others. So to be look like a normal person, he what he did, he just bandaged himself. He tied bandage around his face and body. So, how he come to know? He come to know how the others come to know about his reality. The others come to know about his reality when they come to know the reality of his after indulging in an argument with the landlady. So now you are having an idea of about the chapter. So we are going to begin it. The first paragraph of the chapter. The visitor had returned to his room in a coach and horses at about 5 in the morning. He stayed there with the curtains and door closed. Coach and horses means the inn in the town. That is the inn in the town. Okay. So this is the name of the inn. Inn is like hotel that people used to stay there when they used to go somewhere. Like you just rented a room in a hotel when you visit some place. So in the same manner, inn is there where the people used to rent a room to stay. Okay. So the visitor had returned to his room in the coach and horses. No one wanted to be near him. He wanted food, but no one answered the angry man's shout. No one wanted to come closer to him. He wanted food, but no one answered him as he was shouting. It was a special day in the town when people put up little shops in the road to sell food and lollies. Men and women were dressed in their best clothes. Children were playing and the people were all happy. Lollies, sweets or candies on a stick. Okay. It was a special day. Why? Because people used to having shop on road. Something special was going on. People were selling food and lollies on the road. Men and women were dressed in their best clothes. They all were enjoying. Next paragraph. Some of the young men joined a little group of people at the inn, where everyone was talking about the robbery at the vicar's house and putting two and two together. Mr. Hall, the pub owner, and Sandy Wedgett, the blacksmith, left to ask. Okay. When they were talking, then some people who were there in the pub, they joined them. And everyone was talking about a robbery. Everyone's talking about a robbery. And who was the owner of the pub? Mr. Hall. Okay. And Sandy Badgett, who was a blacksmith, they were left there to ask. Now, next, Mr. Shuckleforth from the courthouse, what they should do. The people at the pub in the inn were afraid to go into the men's room, and they did not know what he was doing. But they could hear him as he walked backward and forward, shouting at God and breaking bottles. Means no one have courage to enter his room. No one have courage to enter his room. But they were hearing some noise like he was moving backward, forward, and he was also breaking the bottles. Okay. Inside the dark room, here the next paragraph. Inside the dark room, the angry man looked through the curtains and shouted at the young men he could see. They were pointing at his room and walking to each other with enthusiasm. He shouted again because no one would bring him food. Inside the dark room means there were no light in the room. He never allowed light in the room. The angry man, the mysterious man, looked through the curtains. And then when he saw some young men were standing there, then he started shouting. Okay, they were pointing at his room and talking to each other with enthusiasm. Enthusiasm, see what he's doing, see why he's doing. But he shouted again. Why was he shouting? He was hungry. He want food. and no one was ready to give him food. Okay, no one was ready to give him food. Now moving to the next page, page number 30 87. This is 87. Okay, so and because he was feeling hot in his heavy clothes, there were many broken bottles in the corner of the room. Because he was feeling hot in his heavy clothes. Why was he shouting? Because he was wearing heavy clothes, and many bottles were lying there broken at the corner of the room. Now, the next paragraph. Here you can see the picture, a lady standing with a man, and man is not visible as he is having bandage on his face, wearing glasses, and even wearing gloves on his hand. Now, next paragraph. At about 12, he opened his door and shouted for Mrs. Hall. Some people in the drinking room started looking for her. After a short while, she came with a paper saying how much he needed to pay. Now it's around 12 o'clock and he was just patienceless. He opened his door, shouted for Mrs. Hall. He was searching for Mrs. Hall. And some people who were in drinking room then they heard him and they start searching for Mrs. Hall. And at the same time she came there with a paper and she know how much he has to pay. She was calculated the amount. Now she was saying, "You want to pay me before you leave, do you?" she said. "What is the reason that you did not bring me food? Do you think I can live without eating?" he shouted. She didn't make clear to him that she is not ready to just have him as a guest no more. Now she don't want to have him as a guest. Okay, what she was saying, that you have to pay me this much, but he didn't heard him. He didn't listen to him. He was just saying, he was just said that what is the reason. He just asked a reason, that why did he not bring food for him. And he even asked, could he live without eating. "What is the reason that you have not been giving me my money?" asked Mrs. Hall. And in revert he asked him a question, that why didn't he not paying money to her. "That is what I want to know. You cannot be angry that your food is late when you are 5 days late in paying me." She asked question, that when you are not going to pay the amount, you are late in paying your amount, then you cannot shout to me for food. The visitor shouted at God again, "And I want you to keep your shouting and your talking to God to yourself." Then the visitor started shouting at God, and the lady said, "Now stop shouting and keep your shouting with you." The visitor became more angry. The people in the drinking room who were looking on encouraged Mrs. Hall, who was winning the argument. So those who were watching all this thing, those who were observing this thing, they encouraged Mrs. Hall. It keeps on doing that. "Look here, my good woman," he said. "Do not good woman me," she said. "My money has not come." Good woman me means try to please me by calling me a good woman. Means do not call me a good woman. I only want money. So here in the picture they both are arguing with each other. "Have some in my pocket," he said, as he put his hand in his pocket to get some money. Okay. Money has not come to me yet, means I didn't receive any payment, but still I do have some payment, some money. And he put his hand in his pocket. When you were first late with the money, you said all you had were a few coins. I was able to find some more, he answered. And where did you find it? Asked Mrs. Hall. Means I came here, but I told you that I have no money. But still I find some. Then the lady asked, and where you find the money? This made the visitor very angry. What are you trying to say? He shouted, bringing his foot down with much force. He was just thumping his foot on the floor. Means what you are trying to say. When she asked that from where you got the money, then he become angry that how can she ask me such questions? I want to know where you were getting that money. Before I get you any food or do anything for you, you must tell me one or two things. I do not understand. Means if you want food or before that I just bring food for you. You have to make such some things that I want to ask. You have to make clear to me. I am unable to understand what is going on. And then she continued, we all want to have some answers. I want to know what you were doing to my chair. I want to know how your room was empty and how you were able to get in again. I want to know. She was having a lots of questions. She was having many questions. I want to know how your room was empty. I want to know how you just get in your room. She was asking question in continuity. The visitor lifted his hand in anger and shouted, stop! With a force that was enough to quickly stop Mrs. Hall from talking. And he shouted so loudly that the stop word is enough to make her stop, to make her silent. You do not understand who I am or what I am. I'll show you. By God, I'll show you. You don't understand and you don't know. But I'll show you who I am and what I am. He put his hand over his face and pulled something away. Then he put his hand on his face and want to show him something. The middle of his next page, we are on page number 88. Okay, was a black hole. In the middle of his face was a black hole. He stepped forward and put something in Mrs. Hall's hand. Step forward, he moved forward and he just put something in her hand. She looked into the dark hole of his face and then at her hand and dropped the thing to the floor. The nose, it was the man's pink nose. It was really surprising what he did. What he did? He took something from the middle part of his face and he kept something in her hands, her Mrs. Hall's hand. Now you touch your face and tell me what is there in the middle part of your face. Is it nose? Is it nose? Yes. So same he did. He put something in her hand, and just as she had a glance, she dropped the thing on the floor. And what was it? It was the nose of the man. People in the drinking room cried out in surprise as the visitor lifted his glasses. Then he took off his hat. Fear filled the room as he pulled at his face, false hair, and bandage. As he started open his things, as he started showing his hair, as he started removing his glasses, his hats, everyone present in the room started shouting. Once or firstly, he just take out the nose and kept it in the lady's hand, and then the glasses, and then the hat, and after that his false hair and bandages. Now in the next video we will continue the chapter, so resume to the next video.